We live in an age of unprecedented technological advancement. We have split the atom, conquered disease, and created instant global communication. Yet amidst this dazzling progress, a nagging question persists. Are we truly better off than our ancestors? This question, simple yet profound, lies at the heart of Christopher Ryan's thought-provoking book Civilized to Death, The Price of Progress. Ryan challenges the conventional narrative of human progress, suggesting that civilization, for all its advancements, may have come at a steep cost. He argues that the shift from hunter-gatherer societies to sedentary agriculture, while enabling technological and cultural development, also ushered in new forms of suffering, inequality, and environmental degradation. Civilized to Death compels us to confront a disconcerting possibility. Our modern way of life, despite its comforts and conveniences, may be fundamentally at odds with our biological and psychological well-being. This is not to romanticize the past or advocate a return to a primitive existence. Rather, it is a call to critically examine the foundations of our civilization and question whether the path we have taken is truly conducive to human flourishing. Ryan's central thesis is that the agricultural revolution, often hailed as a pivotal leap in human progress, was in fact a Faustian bargain. While it led to the development of cities, writing, and complex societies, it also sowed the seeds of social hierarchy, warfare, and environmental exploitation. By transitioning from a nomadic egalitarian lifestyle to a settled agrarian one, humans unwittingly set in motion a chain of events that would profoundly alter the course of history, often for the worse. The rise of agriculture brought about a fundamental shift in the human relationship with nature. No longer were humans simply part of the ecosystem, they became its manipulators, seeking to control and exploit it for their own ends. This newfound power over nature came at a price. Deforestation, soil depletion, and the domestication of animals created new avenues for disease transmission. Moreover, the surplus of food and resources generated by agriculture led to population growth, competition over land and resources, and the emergence of social hierarchies. In contrast to the popular image of hunter-gatherers as primitive and impoverished, Ryan presents compelling evidence that these societies, far from living lives of constant scarcity and hardship, enjoyed a surprising degree of affluence. Drawing on anthropological research, he argues that hunter-gatherers lived in relative abundance, with their needs easily met by the bounty of their environment. They worked far fewer hours than their agricultural descendants and enjoyed a rich social life characterized by cooperation, sharing, and egalitarianism. Ryan challenges the notion that hunter-gatherers were driven by a constant struggle for survival. He argues that their nomadic lifestyle, intimate knowledge of the natural world, and strong social bonds allowed them to thrive in environments that would have been challenging for sedentary agriculturalists. This is not to say that their lives were idyllic or free from hardship. However, Ryan contends that the evidence suggests that hunter-gatherers enjoyed a quality of life that was in many ways superior to that of their civilized counterparts. The transition to agriculture and the subsequent rise of civilization brought about a suite of novel challenges for humankind. As societies grew larger and more complex, so too did the potential for conflict, inequality, and social alienation. The division of labor, while increasing efficiency, also led to specialization and the emergence of class distinctions. Those who controlled the means of production, such as land and resources, amassed wealth and power, while others were relegated to lives of toil and subservience. The rise of cities, while offering new opportunities for trade and cultural exchange, also created breeding grounds for disease, crime, and social unrest. The close proximity of large populations, coupled with poor sanitation and limited medical knowledge, made urban centers particularly susceptible to epidemics. Furthermore, the anonymity of city life eroded traditional social bonds, leading to feelings of isolation, anomie, and a decline in overall well-being. Section 5. Progress. A narrative in crisis. Ryan's critique of civilization goes beyond simply highlighting its drawbacks. He challenges the very notion of progress as a linear upward trajectory, arguing that it is a culturally constructed narrative that often serves to justify the status quo and obscure the true costs of our choices. He contends that the narrative of progress is often used to legitimize exploitation, inequality, and environmental destruction in the name of advancement. Ryan invites us to question whether material wealth and technological sophistication are adequate measures of human progress. He suggests that true progress should be measured by our overall well-being, our connection to nature, and the strength of our social bonds. By this metric, he argues, modern civilization falls far short of its promise. Section 6 echoes and dissonance reactions to Civilized to Death. Civilized to Death has sparked widespread debate since its publication. Some have embraced Ryan's thesis as a long-overdue corrective to the dominant narrative of progress, praising its insightful critique of civilization and its refreshing perspective on human nature. Others have criticized the book for romanticizing the past and ignoring the very real challenges faced by hunter-gatherer societies. Critics argue that Ryan's portrayal of hunter-gatherer life is overly idealistic, overlooking the harsh realities of their existence, such as high rates of infant mortality and intertribal conflict. They contend that while modern civilization undoubtedly has its flaws, it has also brought about significant improvements in human well-being, such as increased life expectancy, reduced child mortality, and greater access to education and healthcare. Section 7. Redefining progress for the 21st century. Regardless of one's stance on Ryan's arguments, Civilized to Death serves as a powerful reminder that progress is not a monolithic concept. It is a multifaceted and contested notion that should be subject to ongoing scrutiny and re-evaluation. As we navigate the complexities of the 21st century, facing unprecedented challenges such as climate change, social inequality, and political polarization, it is imperative that we critically examine the assumptions that underpin our understanding of progress. Ryan's work challenges us to move beyond simplistic narratives of progress and embrace a more nuanced and holistic perspective. It encourages us to question the trade-offs inherent in our way of life and to consider alternative pathways to a more just, sustainable, and fulfilling future. Section 8. A Return to Eden. Civilized to Death is not a blueprint for a return to a hunter-gatherer lifestyle. Such a scenario is neither feasible nor desirable in the modern world. However, Ryan's work offers valuable insights that can inform our efforts to create a more just and sustainable future. By understanding the social and ecological consequences of our choices, we can make more informed decisions about the kind of world we want to create for ourselves and future generations. Ultimately, Ryan's book is a call to action, urging us to reclaim our agency in shaping the future. It is a reminder that we are not passive recipients of progress, but active participants in its unfolding. By questioning the status quo, challenging conventional wisdom, and embracing a more holistic understanding of progress, we can create a world that is both technologically advanced and socially just, a world where human flourishing is no longer at odds with the well-being of the planet we call home.